What if I told you Marcus Aurelius, the great philosopher king, left behind a secret letter, a letter that could change the way you see life forever? A letter hidden for centuries, discovered only after his death, with words he never meant the world to see. Why did he keep it hidden? And why does it matter to us, almost 2,000 years later? Before we open the letter, you need to understand the man behind it. He studied philosophy deeply and believed in living a life of virtue, even when the world was falling apart. But Rome was a dangerous place, filled with betrayal, plagues, and war. Even his own son, Commodus, was unpredictable and cruel. It was in these final years, when his body was weak and his heart heavy, that Marcus wrote the secret letter. A letter to himself, and perhaps to us. He began with a confession. I am afraid of leaving this world before I have done enough good. Can you imagine the Emperor of Rome admitting his fear in private? This was not the voice of a ruler, but of a man just like us. He wrote, "If you wish to be remembered, do not seek monuments. Build character, not statues." These were not words for public praise, they were warnings for his own soul. He feared that power could corrupt even the most disciplined mind. Do not let your heart harden, he reminded himself. He asked, will my son choose wisdom, or will he choose ruin? Marcus knew the empire's future depended on a boy who cared little for philosophy. But the letter wasn't just about Rome, it was about life itself. Stop chasing tomorrow, Marcus wrote. You only ever own this moment. He reminded himself that all things, wealth, fame, even life, vanish like smoke. He wrote, if death comes tomorrow, will you regret how you lived today? What about you? Would you? Marcus feared leaving unfinished work behind, not buildings, but kindness. Be kind today, he wrote, because you may not be here tomorrow. He feared that his own pride could blind him. Do not believe your own titles, he reminded himself. He knew emperors become forgotten just as quickly as slaves. But Marcus was not hopeless. He wrote to give himself strength. Do what is right, even if no one is watching, he wrote. Because the world's applause cannot save your soul. He wrote about the pain of watching loved ones suffer. You cannot control fate, he wrote, but you can control how you meet it. He reminded himself not to be bitter, even when the world felt cruel. Do not curse the storm, he wrote. Be the shelter. The letter was becoming more than a journal. It was a guide for life. But what he wrote next may be the most powerful line of all. Love the people who test you the most. They are your teachers. Could you do that? Could you love the people who hurt you the most? Marcus then turned his thoughts to love and loss. Marcus then turned his thoughts to love and loss. He knew life could take away everything in a moment. But do not let fear steal today, he added. He urged himself to stay present, even in pain. Pain is part of life, he wrote, but suffering is a choice. He was reminding himself not to be a prisoner of his emotions. The world is not cruel, he wrote. It is indifferent. Do not expect it to be fair. He knew this truth could either crush him or free him. And so he chose freedom. The letter then shifted to forgiveness. Do not waste your life on revenge, he wrote. Those who hurt you are already hurting themselves. He was teaching himself compassion. And compassion for others gave him peace. The letter was now a reflection of his entire life's philosophy. He asked himself, what will I leave behind when I am gone? He knew it wasn't his throne or his armies. It was the values he lived by. If you want to be remembered, teach others how to live, he wrote. But he still worried about his son Commodus. Will he throw away everything I fought for? Marcus feared that his son might undo the empire's stability. Yet he could not control Commodus's choices. Release what you cannot change, he reminded himself. This one lesson may be the hardest for us all. He ended the letter with hope, not despair. Live with virtue, even when the world is against you, he wrote. Because in the end, only your soul remains. He folded the letter carefully and locked it away. No one was meant to read it, but centuries later, it was found. And now you are reading the thoughts Marcus never shared aloud. What would you write if you knew no one would ever see it? What truth would you finally admit to yourself? Because that's what Marcus Aurelius did, and it changed him forever. He chose honesty. He chose humility. He chose love. And now, his words can change you too. Which line from this secret letter touched your heart the most? Comment below and share your thoughts. Your words may inspire someone today. And remember, be kind today, because tomorrow is never promised. There was one final section in the letter, the part Marcus almost didn't write. It was about death, his own death. Do not fear death, he wrote, for it is only returning home. He believed life was a short loan from nature. You are just a traveler, he reminded himself. Do not waste the journey chasing meaningless things. He urged himself to focus on what truly mattered. Live with virtue, and death will not frighten you. Do you believe that? Or does death still terrify you? Marcus ended the letter with a challenge. The world will forget you, he wrote, but your soul will remember what you became. So become something worth remembering. And with that, Marcus put down the quill for the last time. He sealed the letter and left it hidden. He did not know if anyone would ever read it. But now, more than 1,800 years later, you have. What will you do with his words? Will you ignore them or live by them? Because his letter wasn't just to himself. It was to anyone struggling, anyone searching for meaning. And maybe that means it was meant for you. If you were to write a letter no one would ever see, what truths would you finally admit? Would you forgive someone? Would you thank someone? Or would you finally forgive yourself? Marcus believed that honesty could heal a soul. So write, be honest, and live with courage. Because the world will not remember your possessions. It will only remember your kindness. So, what will you do differently after hearing Marcus's letter? Comment below and let others know. And if you believe more people need to hear this, because Marcus's letter could change a life. And that life could be yours. This is Miral Animations, helping you live a wiser life. Subscribe if you want more powerful stories like this. And never forget,